pops out with a shotgun and he shoots at him.
I think we got like 2 before he was just like, we have like 2 before the cops come. He runs upstairs and finds Braxton jerking off, and
This has got like a knife or something. There's somebody in the corner. Are you in the corner?
I'm in the corner in a suit with a shotgun.
Right. Welcome to Sequel Podcast. I'm at Bonta.
I'm Cody-Verse.
So what's going on, Cody?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just trying to work on this new project. Did I explain it enough to you, what we're doing?
I was there when we first read the script. I remember us trying to talk about getting the submarine, the sinking submarine, I think in California.
I never heard that. Were you guys talking about that, like, on your own outside?
No,
I don't remember that at all.
I can't remember his name, but your friend who was the cop.
Oh, Paul. Was he talking about that?
Yeah, he was like, people owe me favors. I think he was like, I think we can get this done.
Oh, I know. Okay, he was talking about a like an escape room at the GSR, I think. I think that's what he was saying. I don't know. Was he saying something about a sunken submarine somewhere?
Apparently, I think in California, they have like it's like a sub that they do a simulation where it sinks, where it floods in with a bit of water.
Really? I'm gonna have to talk to him. I totally forgot all about that. I got so much going on. That's cool that you remember that. I'll hit him up and see. But yeah, so we're talking about Under the Breach script I wrote, and we didn't make it ultimately then, right? Because it would like cost way too much money. Like we would need like funding from someone to help us put that together.
It's an ambitious film.
And I wrote like a bunch of other scripts after that. I wrote like Marooned, and I wrote this script called Everything Sucks. That was gonna be like you and Braxton were gonna be in that as the biker dudes from Savage, and some other things. That didn't get made either. Like, I couldn't get people together. And it's like, well, I'll just write something else. And I keep writing until we can get something. I did write another thing for your character from Savage as well, if you remember that. Like, another kind of short, episodic thing called Nemesis. I don't know if you ever read it or not.
Did I survive? Or
no.
Is this a prequel?
Prequel. I mean, look, this is how it goes, right? So, like, we'd only just met, right? And so I needed someone to come, and you filled in on Savage as one of the extras. And I like what you did, and so I'll write stuff for people, you know. So, like, usually when I write a script, some people I know, I'll write them parts, and then I'll, like, have other characters that I need to be cast. And when someone comes in, and I really like them, and I get to know them and see what they can do, I'll expand that part. So that's kind of what happened with you. Like, oh, you seemed like you had fun. Did you have fun on Savage?
Oh, yeah, no, it was a blast.
I know it was real quick, but I think it's great. Like, every time I watch it, like, you're like, oh, hey, what's up, man? As you walk past to go, like, to the bathroom or whatever, shortly before getting killed. Like, you know, it's the little things, right? And I wish I had more for you at the time, but I ended up writing more. We just never got around to making it.
I was fine with what I did. It was a real treat with the blanks.
Oh, did you get shot or... stabbed? You dropped your phone there.
Oh.
You got stabbed, right?
I think so. I don't think I got shot.
Did you have a knife?
Yeah, I was hiding in the bathroom.
Right. Did you pull a knife and then you stabbed Greg, I think? Savage.
Yeah, I think we had like a quick 1-2.
And then...
I don't think... Or maybe he shot me, but I don't think we used a blank on me because we were so close together.
Oh, that's right. We did shoot a blank, though, didn't we? Like,
yeah.
Because he shoots the dude with the shotgun. Dude pops out with the shotgun, and he shoots at him.
I think we got like 2 before he was just like, we have like 2 before the cops come.
I think he was just being overly safe. Obviously, no cops came, right? You know, it's pretty loud. I mean, it's a machine shop, a car shop. So.
That's true, yeah.
So we worked on Savage, and Unto the Breach was something that I really wanted to do. Savage was kind of our test for that, the camera equipment that I got, this one that we just filmed with. So, like, I reread the script, and it's won awards. I submitted it to various, like, script festivals and such. And it's gotten, you know, acknowledgments. So I'm like, man, it was such a shame that we couldn't do that. So I've been taking pictures of like my toys and my collectibles, and Greg was like, we could storyboard movies this way. So we're going to do that. So I got some figures, and we're going to build like miniature sets and kind of storyboard it. And I'm getting all the actors in, like you and everyone else, to record the lines, and I'm going to edit them together, and hopefully we get kind of like a proof of concept for what we want the movie to look like. And maybe we could kind of send it around, and maybe we can get some interest and investors for it to make it. So that's why you're here today.
Yeah, no, I've seen that done a lot. I enjoy those.
They're real fun and real cool. I've seen one guy, he did like Alien, the movie Alien. He took all the figures that NECA has put out for Alien, and like, this is what we want to do. So that's what we're working on now. Since we just finished Midnight Bloodshed, I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it yet?
I don't think so.
I think I saw you on the spot.
I think I saw the trailer for it though.
I'll send you the link.
All right.
But other than that, that's why you're here. That's what we're doing today. And now we're sitting and we're talking. Let's get to know each other. I've barely talked to you other than like, you know, the few interactions we've had like working on stuff. So who are you? What do you do?
I just started after school teaching.
Oh really? You're teaching?
Yeah, I'm the future of America right now. That's pretty crazy.
That's great. That's great. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. Where are you from?
Reno.
Reno, born and raised?
Yep.
All right. It's like me. Not 23 though. Where'd you grow up?
Like Northwest Reno.
Okay. Cool. What school did you go to? McQueen?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
So when we met, I had reached out on a cosplaying Facebook page, and Brandon hit me up about wanting to help out, and he got you guys involved. So how did that go down?
Well, because he hit me up because we had our own channel going on.
Right, and we're going to talk about that. So go ahead, keep going.
And because we just have always been interested in this, and it seemed like a great opportunity to get more experience and just to know more people in Reno doing this, to like have a future in this in Reno, like
right.
Know everyone going down with more people.
That's what Brandon was talking to me about. Like, he kind of wanted to, like, you know, I don't know, like, have everyone together and kind of have resources amongst each other and help out as needed, right? Like, this film group, and we all kind of, you know, are, I don't know, bonded, I guess, in a way. Does that sound right?
Yeah, no, he was trying to, like, bring Reno together, and he even got in contact with, I think it's Take Two Studios.
Oh, yeah, that's
the classes downtown.
Yeah. That's the agency, the talent agency here in Reno.
Yeah. That's I think the Blue Power Rangers started here.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
And they recently worked on a film, like, I think 2 years ago for their daughter, and he made the costumes for them. Mm-hmm. And so now we have connections with them, too, so...
Yeah, Greg is a great guy to be involved with because he knows all those people. He works with them, like, every weekend.
I think it's Greg that introduced them.
Might have been.
I think it is, because I think that was around the time where we brought him on to play Lex Luthor for one of our shorts.
We're going to talk about that, too. We'll get to that. I watched all the movies in preparation for you coming over and doing this podcast, so I watched everything on the Up at Midnight channel, so... I'll have questions and we'll discuss those things.
Yeah, I'm not proud of some of that.
Oh, really? So you don't want to talk about those?
Oh, we can talk about it.
Like the hot dog one?
Yeah, it's the hot dog one.
We'll skip that one.
Hot dog one's, that's a bit.
So Brandon hit you up and he was just like, hey, let's go do this thing this reading. Just a script read through we did for Enter the Breach. And then eventually I wrote Savage, and you came on and played that biker dude. So tell me about Up at Midnight. What's that? Tell the audience. If anyone bothers to listen.
Another channel that we had going on where we just make some short films, just some funny skits, and I think they're still going. I haven't been a part of it for a bit.
Really?
Well, Brandon's...
he moved.
Yeah, he moved. So he's still making videos. And when he comes, we're probably going to make videos together.
Is he coming back?
I think he's...
To visit, or...?
Just to visit, probably. I think he's gone for good for now.
Sure.
Yeah. See how that goes, but...
Yeah, because I asked him, like, when he left, I was like, what's going to go on with, you guys making movies and such? Because I watched all of them as they came out ever since I met you guys.
Yeah, the plan was to make videos here with Braxton and Nolan, who I'm not sure if you met Nolan.
I didn't meet him.
He was also part of Up at Midnight, but he's also moved. So
out of state?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What about Braxton?
He's here. We just kind of got lazy.
That happens, right? When people kind of fall out, like, it's really hard to get something up and running again. You need like a lot of moving parts. Absolutely, I know how that goes.
Yeah, no, we try to record a Let's Play series and do our own podcasts, and we got like 1 or 2 sessions down, got like 6 hours of recording, and boy is it awful. And I cannot edit that.
Oh, really?
Because our plan was to shoot like in segments, make it easy to just edit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we shot like 6 hours in a row.
It sucks sitting down to edit like 1 hour of footage, let alone like a big chunk of 6 hours. What's wrong with it that you don't want to edit it?
Well, my computer was having a pretty hard time with it too, but it's just like because I was playing, I think, Sonic Adventure 2, or just the first one, and I was wandering around. I don't think I got anything done for like 20 minutes. We were just chatting about nothing, and there's like 4 of us in the room.
That's a podcast right there, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, at one point, 2 of us start having 2 different conversations, talking over each other.
Oh, right. It's hard to stay focused on that for like someone to listen to. That's okay. I've tried to reach out to Braxton. He doesn't ever text me back or anything.
Yeah, I asked him if if you hit him up to come and record, and he was just like, I don't think Matt wants to record with me anymore. He's like, I haven't responded to him because I've been busy.
I'm open to working with him, but it sucks. Like, does he not want to talk to me at all?
He's been very busy, and he's one of those people where, like, he'll forget to reply because he's busy, and then he's like, oh, it's too late.
It's never too late. I am always open. Let him know when you see him next, or let him know. Hit me up, because like I would love to work with him again. I had fun working with him on Savage. I had fun working with you on Savage. I'd love to get you guys to do something. I would love to have you on Midnight Bloodshed. I don't know where you would have fit, but I mean, like...
Well, I've always thought about if I ever were to be in a Friday 13th movie, I want to be the piece of shit at the first, like, that dies in, like, the first 10 minutes. The real piece of shit, misogynistic guy that walks into that house and you hear a scream, and it's like, done within the first 10 minutes. I want to be that guy.
Well, check it out. I've written a sequel to this movie. So maybe if we get around to making that, there's definitely room for that shit in there for sure.
Especially right now, I got the hat with the mullet going on, the little beard. I could total 80s white trash at the moment.
We'll work again. If you're still up for it. You're teaching now. Does that do you have a problem with being a teacher and like making a movie?
Like, as a schedule, I should be fine, but I am worried about the content.
Right.
That is online.
That's what I'm asking about.
Like, a horror movie should be fine. In case of people wondering at home, the hot dog bit that we're referring to is me pretending to suck someone's dick for a hot dog. And I'm not sure if it would go well if the kids knew about that.
Well, I mean, there was someone that I used to work with, and she was in some of her older movies, and then she was like, I'm trying to be a teacher. And, like, they found that, like, they Googled her and found that stuff, and they didn't like it, so I don't...
Yeah. We'll see what happens with it.
But then on Midnight Bloodshed, I had this guy in it, he's, like, a substitute teacher, and, like, I had him, like, he's got, like, a crack pipe, right? And I'm like, are you okay with this? Do you have any problems with doing this? Like, he doesn't smoke it or anything, it's implied. But, like, you know, being a sub, do you have any problems? He's like, no, it's fine. And, like, he's doing a bunch of stuff with Greg now, doing sound. He did sound on the movie, and he played a small part in mine, so... that's why I'm asking, would you have an issue with anything?
I should be okay. I'm still... Because I'm fairly new.
I don't see why not. We don't even have anything planned yet, right?
Yeah.
So, but, like you said, your older stuff, the hot dog bit and everything else... But yeah, the one chick that I was friends with was like, that's why I'm not acting anymore. but I mean, it's fake. It's a movie.
Yeah, also, being a teacher and, like, a sub and after-school teacher, they're pretty different. Because I was dressing pretty conservatively for my first days of work, and I kept asking, like, is this okay? They're like, as long as it's appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept saying that, and I'd be like, oh, you can wear a hat? Like, oh, I can have my nose pierced? They're like, wear whatever you want. Just make sure it's appropriate. Like,
right.
Like, no, like, fucks and no crop tops, and you're probably fine.
No crop tops, huh?
It's sad. I own crop tops. I love my crop tops.
Well, how's that been? Did you just start?
Yeah, it's, I think this is going to be my 4th week now.
Okay, so brand new job.
Brand new.
Okay, because I know we were talking before you had just gotten a new job, but that was years ago. What did you used to do?
I was at Panasonic.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was busy.
Everyone goes there.
Yeah, I was on those 12-hour night shifts.
Okay. Well, then let's go back to up at midnight. We didn't quite finish. It's okay if we diverge. We diverge a lot. I like podcasts that diverge. So, how did you guys meet and hook up? Brandon and Braxton.
Braxton I've known since middle school.
Okay.
He's an old friend. And then Brandon I met at a party, I believe. And then eventually it started where we all talked about movies and how we wanted to always do that. And so I think Braxton and Brandon first started, and then I hopped on.
Okay.
They just pulled out a camera, shot a video, and they're like, oh, that's cool. And we're like, we should get a camera and do this more often. So.
Did you guys all, like, live together in the same house or something? I got that kind of feeling when watching it. Like, you guys were all just like, we're all together. Let's just start making shorts or something.
We were there pretty often. We basically live there, but no.
Okay. Let me bring up those shorts and we can talk about some of those, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right. Let's see. Up at midnight. They were fun. I laughed at a lot of them. I think you're not in, like, the first couple.
I think the hot dog one's the first one.
Okay.
I may have been behind the scenes on a few of the early ones. I think the hot dog one's the first one I'm on camera.
Nope, there it is. All right. View channel. All right, so yeah, Dick Springer's Guide to Talking to Women. That's funny. It's funny, right? Then there's the Batman Baja Blast commercial. Did you do anything on that one?
I think we were at a party and he got in full Batman cosplay and hopped on the roof and.
Oh, you could see. It looks like he's got his Nightwing costume on underneath this Batman outfit. There's the Legend of Takeshi Six Knives. Do you have anything to do with that one?
I think we were at a party and they decided, let's do this real quick.
And then Little Shotty's Hot Dog Spot. That's actually the 4th one. Right? Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the hot dog.
Then Wave Dashing. You're the demon in this, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. That was a nightmare.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Tell me, but this was the one that when I hit up Brandon, or he hit me up and I talked to him, he was like, check this out. We did some makeup stuff because that's what I was looking for when thinking about doing Under the Breach. I was looking for someone to kind of come on and do makeup for the creature effects on Under the Breach. And this is what he showed me. So yeah, let's talk about wave dashing. How did that come about?
I think we came up the bit while we were drunk, and then eventually when we got to shooting, I was told we were gonna like do this whole makeup thing and have all this. We got like this big set of horns he made, but they were too heavy for me jumping around and doing what I'm doing.
Oh, they'd flop off.
Yeah, so we ended up just doing my hair like that. He just handed me some body paint. He was just like, just go paint yourself. So I just rubbed it on the spot. I just got to my briefs and threw it on. I had like Halloween contact lenses from a year before when I was 2D. So I popped those in. I thought it'd work. And then the scene where I'm spitting into Brax's mouth, I think that was a last minute decision or something. We ended up getting like strawberry lube. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I took a swig of strawberry lube and spit it into a cup, and then we filmed me pouring a different cup of it into Brax's mouth.
Okay. What else? What else on that? I don't know. That was funny too. Zack Snyder's Justice League teaser trailer. Are you in that one? You are in. No. What's the one that you're in?
I think I am in that one. I'm in, like, the background.
Okay.
Because he runs upstairs and finds Braxton jerking off, and I'm...
This has got, like, a knife or something.
Yeah.
There's somebody in the corner. Are you in the corner?
I'm in the corner in a suit with a shotgun.
What is that all about?
We thought it'd be funny.
Sorry, I'm just remembering these are funny. All right, Money Pit you're in. Money Pit. So, Braxton in that he's constantly chugging, like, a bottle of juice in a couple of different scenes. The first scene, he's got, like, a bottle of orange juice that he's chugging and downing while everyone's talking about, like, paying the bills. And then later, he's, like, chugging a bottle of, like strawberry lemonade or something. Is there a story behind that?
I'm pretty sure you just thought it'd be funny.
I mean, I liked it. But you have, like, they're like, oh, he's got a new girlfriend. And, like, she's kind of suspicious or whatever. And she's, like, a fairy or something that, like...
She was a vampire.
She was a vampire, okay.
And that was... Because that was going to be a whole thing. I think we were planning to shoot a movie, which is How to Catch a Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And we filmed almost all of it.
What?
But I think... Oh, that's what happened. So the hard drive got knocked over.
Oh, no.
And we lost, like, I think most of the actual footage, but we had the audio.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we managed to recover most of it, but it just never saw the light of day.
Ah, what a bummer.
Yeah.
I was having a lot of fun watching these today. And then, like, you're on the couch and you keep wanting to try and get up and go see what the fuck is going on. Because, like, he throws, like hot SpaghettiOs on the dude.
Yeah.
Bath time. What one's bath time? Do you remember which one bath time is? What is this?
I think...
Oh, Braxton's, like, killing...
one?
Yeah, he's, like, killing a chick in the tub. You're not in that one.
No, I'm not.
Did you ever, like, I don't know, do sound or run the camera on any of these?
Yeah, I think most of us were either just running the camera
Just
or...
swapping
doing the boom. Most of the time it was Nolan, who was the guy getting the SpaghettiOs poured on him.
Right. Okay, Keith Barr. I don't think you're in Keith Barr. Luna? Yeah, you're in Luna.
I am in Luna.
Dramatic role.
Yeah.
This is not a funny short. It's a horror film. You're mostly just on the laptop in this one. So tell me about Luna. Who wrote that?
That was Brandon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I received the script until that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I just need, like, a little bit to go over my lines. He was like, no. Just, like, put it on the screen and read it. And so I'm very clearly just, like, reading it word for word.
Well, you could see that the script is up on the laptop. It's angled so just enough so you can see it on there. But that's okay. Like, you know, we do what we do. I'm not, I don't stress memorizing in my movies because I like it coming out in the actor who the character is more so than just my lines. Otherwise, it's just going to sound like me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't have the lines completely memorized, what you actually say is a little bit more genuine than, like, what's scripted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I'm all about that.
I think it was all in one take, and so, like, I think the first one I read it like a complete robot. And I was like, can I redo that? And, like, he's like, no, that's fine.
It sounds like me. I mean, if it's good, it's good. Like, let's move on, right? If he had a problem with it,
True.
like, we'd do another take. That's how I am. And then you're like, hey, let me come over and stay with you if that makes you feel any better. And then, like, you show up and she's gone, right? And that's, like, the extent of you and that.
Yeah. I think that one was supposed to have a sequel, too.
That would have been cool, too. I remember that one came out while we were making Savage, and I was talking to Braxton about it. I remember talking to him about it. Like, originally there wasn't a mask, I think.
Yeah, no, I can't remember what happened, but we showed up and went, we don't have anything for him to wear. And so, like, we went and got him, like a trench coat or something, and then Braxton went to the kitchen, and it was during COVID, so
right.
we went and stapled a bunch of face masks together and just poked eye holes through it.
It looks cool.
It looked like a diaper on set.
It's pretty freaky looking, you know. It's not that bad at all. Next is Hot Milky.
That was me, yeah.
You're definitely in this one. You have a gun, like, Brandon's like a bartender that like what jerks off into people's mouths or something, or into a glass.
Yeah, I think that was the implication of it, was that the milk was his cum.
Right. Well, he's like, I'm all dried up. We don't got anything. You're like, you got anything in the back? I'll take whatever you got. Are you? Oh, and no, not this one. The next one, though. I love the next one. The Up at Midnight Show, episode 1, where you've got the banana.
Yeah. So that's actually a really old bit, because those are the first videos that Brax and I would make back in like high school, middle school. Was that I would just get some really weird foods and review them like that. But I think we recorded like 7 of them for the Up at Midnight Show.
Which there's only this one.
Yeah, no, I can't remember why the second episode didn't come out, but I know like 7 of the nugget, because the first one I was reviewing sauces back in high school, and so I was just like, I'm going to call it a nugget review because I'm using nuggets, even though I'm reviewing the sauces. That's funny. And that's just what we always call them, which no one knows because those never saw the light of day.
Sure.
But yeah, I just call them nugget reviews. But we recorded like 7 of them. There was one where like I did like a meat gauntlet. I got all the weirdest canned meats I could find.
That sounds terrible.
And I cut my hand open, and so like I remember I had like a hand of meat and my hand's bleeding, and I like dripped my hand blood on it.
And there's footage of this somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, man.
There's one where I did a potato gauntlet where I got dried potatoes and I made them with beer.
It's so, because you're like doing it in this, and like it cuts away to Braxton as the boom operator.
Yeah.
And he's got like a look, like what the fuck? While you're trying to like swallow a banana whole. Like that whole bit, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Both of you guys. I'd like to see more.
There's more of it somewhere.
Man, like you're dropping bombs on this podcast episode. This is an exclusive. Was that all that you were in the Up at Midnight Show? Was just the banana review?
I think there must have been some other skits. I don't remember what came out and what hasn't. There was a Taco Bell skit I was in. I remember that one.
I don't remember seeing a Taco Bell anything.
No.
The Jack and Coke, I think, was the first thing. I don't know. But, like, I thought it was funny. I think you're funny. You're talented. I'm telling you now, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we'll talk about it a little bit more here, too. So then Time Travel Sucks. I don't think you're in that one. No. And then there's, like, a Pokemon 25th Anniversary tribute.
No, that was filmed in California without us, I believe.
Okay, so I was looking at that, like, I don't recognize this place. Where was this filmed at? There were a couple of bridges that looked like the ones downtown where the Truckee River is.
Like, I think maybe part of it was filmed here, because I think there's a kid in there. Mm-hmm. That the kid was here, I believe.
Yeah, there's a kid that, like, opens the door and walks out.
No, maybe I think this was in San Francisco. I think that's, like, Braxton's cousin, I believe.
Okay. But then there is The Night's Still Young, which I remember when I watched this, I thought you were fantastic in as the, do you remember what your character's name was?
Rico.
Rico. I thought you were great in that. Let's talk about that. The Night's Still Young, a Nightwing fan film.
Yeah, so that was, because everyone wanted to get away from the comedy stuff, and they wanted to go into more serious stuff, and so everyone talked about doing, like, our own DC universe.
Right.
And that was supposed to be the first film. There should be one coming up soon about Green Lantern, as Braxton as Green Lantern.
I know it ends with like the backpack with the glowing green.
That's still being made. I was in one of the scripts. Now I'm not, because I'm not sure if it's releasing or not. But I was supposed to be Kid Flash in that universe too.
I think I remember hearing that. Okay. Where did you film that at?
That's at it's not the Holland Project. It was the Potentialist Workshop.
I don't think I know that. Sounds familiar, but
they have a lot of like shows there. They do art exhibits there.
Where's it at?
It's downtown. I can't remember the exact location, but they have an art gallery there, and artists could just like pay for a space there and keep whatever they want. They can have showings of their art there.
Really interesting. Yeah. Okay.
And so they let us use that place.
Okay. It was a cool, interesting location. There's just like shit everywhere. I love the way it opens. You guys are you have Peter Cetera's "Glory of Love" playing, I believe, opening over you lighting up a cigarette, and then you get out. I love car stuff in movies. Like I like putting car stuff in movies. I thought that was great. I thought like you were pretty badass in that movie. So
thank you.
good on you. What else? What else can you talk about that movie?
I remember shooting the car scene. I can't remember if we managed to get it or not, but the lens in the mirror, I remember that being a big problem where you could just
see the camera.
Yeah, clear as day.
It didn't.
I can't remember if we solved that or not, but I remember that being a big issue, just sitting in the car dealing with that.
How else was it filming? Like all the stunts and everything? Are you using blanks or is that just post?
It's all post. We didn't use blanks.
Okay.
Not on our budget.
I think because you shoot the dude that's giving you the kryptonite. You shoot the dealer, the kryptonite dealer.
Yeah.
So that was all post.
Yeah, no, it was all post.
Okay. And you're like bossing people around. You're like, get homeboy out of the shitter. Right?
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Did you have fun making that?
Oh, yeah, no, it was a blast.
How long did it take?
I think that at least 6 months, I think. I think we filmed it like 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you just like, let's reshoot this, or
yeah.
Just
I think part of it was lost in that great hard drive fall, because I think that happened twice.
Man. No, what the
I'm pretty sure it happened twice, where I was like, you guys need to get an SSD, please.
Or like take better care
Yeah.
of your memory cards, your hard drives, and everything else like that. I know making Midnight Bloodshed, I'm like, if this computer goes, that's everything. That's all of our work. Like we spent like 5 months filming Midnight Bloodshed, and I was just like, man, it sure would suck if my computer just fucking took a shit right now. All that work for nothing. Were you what else did you do in that? Like, how did you get taken out? Did he just hit you over the head?
God, I don't...
And you had a mask.
Yeah, I had a mask on.
And with, like, a smiley face and eyebrows.
Yeah. They all pay in the mask. I missed out paying on the mask. So I just got the generic clown
just got
mask.
whatever you got.
Yeah.
But you were, like, the head of the crew, Black Mask's
Yeah,
crew.
it didn't start that way. I was originally just, like, a goon.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of took over it.
No, I think it was a great idea for you to do that. I thought you had a good presence for that movie. So, anything else on the Nightwing?
God, it's been so long. Yeah, we filmed forever. We lost it like 3 times. We did a lot of practicing for the choreo. Braxton took a lot of elements from his jiu-jitsu classes for it.
Okay.
I think Brandon trained a bit for it too.
And you worked with Greg on that. Greg as Lex Luthor, like you mentioned earlier. Were you there when you guys filmed that?
I think I was, yeah. He was just on a green screen.
Just on a green screen, right?
Yeah.
I remember Brandon sent me like images of Greg, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Greg randomly doing like a thing. I thought it was great. I loved it.
I wanted to already see that happen. Greg as Lex Luthor. I love Greg, and I want to see him as Norman Osborn too. I think he'd do a phenomenal job at that.
I remember reaching out to, I think like I might have reached out to Brandon. It was like, "Are you gonna do anything more with Greg as Lex Luthor?" So, I mean, I hope he comes back, and I hope you guys keep doing stuff. I would love to be involved in stuff.
I think he still wants Greg back on. I can't remember if he's going to come back as Lex Luthor or what.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. I want to see more stuff. I'm really trying to push you to do more stuff.
Yeah. Green Lantern should be... Because I think we're supposed to finish filming, like, once Brandon's able to come down. Which should be, I think, hopefully in May.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to come down in March, I believe, for spring break, but it never happened.
Sure. I mean, things come up, and it's been like we've had bad weather here.
That's what it was. It was a blizzard. He couldn't go over the pass.
At least now it's starting to warm up. I think is that it for everything that you were in?
Yeah, I think the last thing I was in was The Night's Still Young.
Scooby-Doo
Oh
fan
no,
trailer.
actually, I was in Scooby-Doo. I was the man behind the mask.
Oh, was it a scarecrow?
Yeah, no, I just got like the bunny scarecrow mask from Halloween store, but I think I spent like $80 on the costume, and we filmed for like 4 hours.
Because
And
there's barely anything here.
I'm in there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and the trailer itself is only 58 seconds. Was that supposed to be like longer? Was this like just a trailer for something that was
We
going to be longer?
assumed. I kind of don't know what happened with it. I assumed I was gonna be in it more, and I went out and spent like almost $100 on stuff for 5 seconds worth of work. I was pretty upset.
I mean, that I've spent hundreds of dollars on movies that never even got filmed, like
Yeah.
prepping for shit, and it's like, this is cool, this is
That's
cool.
where I'm at Kid Flash now. I think I spent $200 on the costume, and we had it ready, I think, around the time Nightwing came out.
Mm-hmm. And, so did you film stuff as Kid Flash?
We filmed like a test run of me running down the street and put some effects over it.
Now, when you say Kid Flash, which Flash are we talking here?
I was going to be Wally.
Wally West? Okay. Then there's a Crow movie. Did you have anything to do with that?
I had nothing to do with that.
Okay. And then at that point, I think he left, right? Brandon left.
Yeah.
Left everyone in the dust. Said, fuck you guys. I'm going.
Apparently, they're working on stuff out there.
Well, I mean, he's got like an Ultimate Gamer burger on here.
Oh, yeah. I think that was the latest one.
That was the last one. And now you got me jonesing for like the Green Lantern, Kid Flash. Who's, so is that done?
Kid Flash?
Or what is it exactly? Your follow-up where you're Kid Flash, Braxton's Green Lantern. What exactly is that?
So right now, I actually haven't read the script for Kid Flash. I don't know if it's happening anymore. I wrote my own script for it.
Okay.
And that got turned down, and that involved Braxton's Green Lantern a lot. So I don't think, because we were supposed to be in each other's stuff pretty often, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I don't really know what's up with that. I know that Green Lantern should be releasing soon.
So it's done.
They need to, they have, one scene to film.
Okay. And you may or may not be in that?
I offered, I think they needed me for an extra, but that's about it. I won't be, or I think he actually wanted me as Rico in it.
Okay. You don't die.
Yeah.
He, breaks your arm or something.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's what it is. I think I broke an arm and a headbutt.
Okay, well, we just went all over all that. What else you got? What else is going on? Just the teaching after school.
Yeah, so far that's what I'm doing. I went to Take Two for 2 classes.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like a blast.
Did you do any acting in high school?
I was in plays and musicals out at.
I mean that's where we all start. Anything good? What were you in? Do you remember? No. Radio silence.
I can't remember. I don't remember if Grease was an actual show or if it was just a choir gig. I think we did Grease, Little Mermaid back in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk what you like. So you're a comics guy, since you guys we're doing the fan films.
Yeah, I used to be big into comics.
Well, what did you like?
Spider-Man's my go-to. I love Spider-Man to death.
Not so much DC. I'm a big DC guy. These are all my comics right here.
I like DC, but Spider-Man takes it all.
Okay. What else? This is your open arena to talk.
I don't know, because I did nothing for 2 years at Panasonic, and so now I'm enjoying free time.
Just stole your life, right? Yeah. That's what work does, dude. It sucks. Absolutely.
People keep coming up. They're like, "What hobbies you have?" I'm like, "I don't know. I forgot."
Well, let's start making movies, dude. Let's start getting stuff going. I just shot Midnight Bloodshed, and we just made that, and it sucks because it's very draining, especially doing a feature-length film like that. It takes a lot out of me personally to be I don't want to do anything else. But then I start thinking about things and getting ideas, and it's man, I miss making movies. So let's get something going. Let's get you back. Let's get Braxton back. Let's take a look at those other scripts that I sent out. So I thought those were really good. Or, doing something a little bit smaller and working up. You down for making some more movies?
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Okay.
Definitely have the free time now.
Let me get your number. We don't have to do it right now. But let me get your number. Because all I've been doing is contacting you on Facebook. And that sucks. You have a phone, right?
Yeah, I have a phone.
Yeah, I've seen you drop it already.
Yeah, no. Still have it, I hope.
What have you been doing other than work? Anything? You go to the movies at all?
Yeah, no, we just saw John Wick 4.
Okay. Did you like it?
I loved it. It's been a hot minute since I was expecting to like a movie and liked it in theaters.
It's tough because like there's so much out there. It's hard to come up with something that you haven't necessarily seen that'll pique your interest. I love when they do the overhead shot and he's got like the fire, like the dragon gun or whatever it's called, and he's just blowing people away with like these big shots of fire and setting people on fire. That was real fun. The whole, spoiler alert, going up the stairs and fighting the fuck out of everybody just to get knocked back down. Like, it was all good. I love the cars in that. The scene where they're driving around I don't know what that thing's called. But I thought that was great.
Oh, yeah, that was, at that point, I'm in the theater, I was just like, I just want to see John rest. I was just like, he needs a break.
He definitely needs a break, for sure. Absolutely, I'm with you there.
But yeah, no, they had a lot of really cool details. When they were in Japan, where they brought out the bow and arrows, when they had the Kevlar suits to cut them instead of puncture. Thought that was dope, and they didn't say anything. When the guy who was blind was putting down the door stops, or the doorbells.
Oh, yeah.
He put it on at a headshot, and then he took a step and he put it down low.
Yes.
And I was just like, I like seeing stuff like that.
That was really cool, absolutely. So that way, because he's blind, right?
Yeah,
so
no.
How else is he going to know if someone's going to come through?
And he's used to doing headshots, but he's like, I need to go easy on them. They're my friends.
Yeah, no, that was great. I like that a lot, too, absolutely.
But then we have Zachary Levi out here saying that Shazam 2 is better than John Wick 4.
I don't know about that.
He went on and saying that, trying to get everyone. He was like, oh, if you want a family movie, come and see Shazam 2. It's better than John Wick 4. And everyone's like, I don't know. My family's going to enjoy John Wick 4.
I mean, I saw it. It was fine,
It was fine.
It wasn't better than John Wick 4, though.
No, this movie wasn't even canon when it came out.
Yeah, and that bums me out because, and I have the same feeling for, Aquaman 2, is it feels like they're just making the same movie again. Give me some new villains, right? Give me some villains that we know from the comic books, right? They've got, gods that he's fighting.
Yeah.
But, give me Mr. Mind. They brought him back again for, the end with the post-credits or whatever. But, give me those fun, colorful villain characters.
That's why I'm so excited for the Spot coming out across the Spider-Verse.
Right. Everything in that just looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But Aquaman 2, it's, the same exact characters that were in Aquaman 1. Give me some comic book villains. I don't need Black Manta again. I don't need Ocean Master again. Give me some shit that's different, because otherwise it's just the same movie, right? And this is why DC kind of is blows in the theatrical releases, opposed to Marvel, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just not together as well too, because they have 4 universes right now in their DCEU.
Batman kind of ruins everything because, it's oh, you've got Batman over here doing whatever he's doing, but it's separate from this, and I felt they were starting to kind of pull together, and then James Gunn comes on and it's no, we're gonna fucking start all over, right?
Well, they do that too, but they're also each movie's not canon to each other.
Well, I mean, okay, let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about canon and the DC universe, the movie universe, extended universe. All right, you've seen them all, I'm assuming.
Believe so.
All right, so
It's been a while since I've seen the early ones, like Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
Man of Steel being the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that starts the universe for the movies. And then you do have Batman versus Superman. And then it's Wonder Woman, I believe. I think it's like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and then Justice League. Okay, now, those are all in the same universe, right?
Yes.
Oh, Suicide Squad's in there somewhere too. The first Suicide Squad. That's canon.
I think it is.
All right, okay. Before we go any further, all right, let's be I'm gonna do this. You be willing to fudge it a little bit, okay? Like, because sometimes someone will come out and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just going to ignore that movie." But
well, most of the problem is when The Flash was announced, started shooting, and is coming out now because they've gone through like, I don't know, 5 reshoots.
Sure.
It's been delayed since, I think that movie was announced in 2014, supposed to come out 2017 or something.
Sure. Now it's 2023.
Yeah, because Shazam 2 took place after, I think, the reshoots before the latest ones, because I don't even think Gal's cast as Wonder Woman now, who appears in Shazam 2.
Right, that's why everything's fucked, right?
Because Shazam 2 is supposed to take place after The Flash, but Gal probably not even Wonder Woman anymore.
Definitely not Wonder Woman anymore.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about that. Let's go back. So Suicide Squad, the first one, is canon because Ben Affleck's in that movie as Batman.
Yes.
Right. So, and Amanda Waller, Viola Davis, is she in Justice League? No. Is she in Batman vs Superman? Is she at the end of that movie?
I think so. I think she...
There's a scene where she's talking to Bruce Wayne, and I don't know what movie that's in. That's how fucked up this is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a scene in some movie. I don't know which one, but where she's talking to Batman, Bruce Wayne. Okay, so we've got those up to Aquaman, Justice League, right? And now there's Zack Snyder's Justice League. So one of those has to replace the other, right? Let's just say Zack Snyder's Justice League replaces Joss Whedon's Justice League.
Well, I think the main universe takes place in the Justice League timeline because the Snyderverse is a whole other can of worms. Because it was supposed to have...
You gotta be willing to fudge things a little bit, okay?
Right,
to fit it in.
All right.
To fit it in. Because the same actors are playing the same characters, okay?
All right.
So, let's take the Zack Snyder out of it all. I'm not a big Zack Snyder fan. Like, I thought, like, Dawn of the Dead was good, but not really anything else, right? Like, I think he 300 was fun, right? When it came out, I liked the movie, but then, like, that's what all of his movies look like, with all the slow motion. Like, I loved Watchmen, actually. I loved Watchmen. Did you like Watchmen?
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Oh.
I need to watch it, though.
But, yeah, so let's take Zack Snyder out of it and just go based on the fact of the actors playing the characters, okay? So, I'm getting lost in my own thoughts here. Which do you think is not canon? All of them right now, but like you were saying that not necessarily any of those movies are canon, or some of them aren't canon. Which ones do you think are not canon?
Like, what are you? I know Birds of Prey.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about Birds of Prey. Margot Robbie's playing Harley in that. How could that not be canon?
Well, because it takes place, I think, after The Flash, in a different cut of the movie that we'll never see.
A different cut of Birds of Prey or a different cut of Flash?
Of Flash.
Okay.
Because I think that was the first movie to take place after Flash. But the events of Flash haven't occurred yet.
Just because the movie hadn't come out?
Well, because it kept getting delayed. Because The Flash was supposed to release first before any of this. And so they were like, by the way, these next movies coming out are taking place after a Flash. But we're probably not going to see The Flash for a few years. And we're like, okay.
Well, because Justice League bombed so much,
yeah.
Right? There was going to be like a Cyborg movie and all that. So, I think Birds of Prey is perfectly fine as canon. Do you not like it?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay. So, I mean, and you know, this is something that I like to say a lot. It's all just made up, anyways, right?
Yeah.
I've got a buddy talking about Star Wars and stuff. I got a buddy that I'll always tell him just like, remember, they just making it up as they go along. It's all fake. You know, they could say what they want, but you know, it's fun to like, you know, we love fucking pop culture and geek shit, right? So yeah, so I think it's all canon, okay, as far as I go. But like when would Birds of Prey even take place if like in Suicide Squad she's, you know, in jail, prison, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then the next Suicide Squad movie, although there is a line in the James Gunn Suicide Squad where at the beginning Harley says like Boomerang, Captain Boomerang's talking to her, and he's like, oh, why are you, you know, how'd you get busted again? So obviously she got let loose at some point between the two Suicide Squads. So that's like where Birds of Prey takes place, right? Does that work for you?
Yeah, all
right. You're like, whatever.
Like, if you want to make them fit, that's fine.
I think they should, right? Because they kept making Margot Robbie Harley Quinn movies because she was so good. And, you know, we're not getting any other, like, new Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, you know, Batman, Superman movies. Like, it sucks because they put Superman in the end of Black Adam, right?
Yep.
And I was like, okay, this is what I was waiting for. Like, they said that they weren't coming back. That's fine. But, like, did you like Henry Cavill as Superman?
I like him as Superman. It's just with Zack Snyder's idea of a gritty Superman, I just like my Blue Boy Scout.
Sure, and that's what I'm with you
I like the
right
idea of Superman falling, like an Injustice storyline, but like I want to see him built up as the Blue Boy Scout. To see him fall, I think it's just a better story.
You're giving me chills over here because I agree with you 100%. Absolutely, like.
But like, it's good. It's just not my take on Superman. But he's wonderful.
And you know, James Gunn is doing the new Superman. You lost your phone again.
This just used to be in my pocket.
You know, hopefully James Gunn, you know, does that, right?
Yeah.
It just sucks because, like, let's establish continuity. Marvel's been doing it since 2008, right? And Warner Brothers and DC can't get their shit together. But like Henry Cavill as Superman was fine, and you're absolutely right. The Zack Snyder Man of Steel Superman, like, it was really cool when I watched it. I liked it a lot, but like, it's not traditionally who Superman is, right? Change it however you want, but keep those same values.
Yeah.
Did you like Ben Affleck as Batman?
Yes. Okay,
because a lot of people didn't. I liked him as Batman.
A lot of people have been saying that he is their definitive Batman.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I want to see him use more bat gadgets.
Sure. Less guns, maybe.
Yeah, I think during, like, I was mad during, Zack Snyder's Justice League, because he used, like, a grappling hook the entire time. That's about it. And the only time he uses a Batarang is, like, as a business card for the Flash. And that's the only time you see a Batarang in that movie.
Did you like, did you like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman?
Yeah, no, I think they're all wonderful.
I think they're all wonderful. Okay. There wasn't anyone that you had a problem with? Go ahead.
Urza is,
Who?
Urza Miller?
Ezra Miller.
Or Ezra Miller.
Okay. Just as who he is as a person, or did you, like, taking the actor, the person in real life,
like, he's not quite Barry Allen, sure, but I could deal with it if it wasn't that he was starting cults and stuff.
Yeah, no, he's a real piece of shit. Okay, well, who would you cast as Flash? Do you have somebody?
I used to. I cannot remember.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Like,
that's fine.
Maybe Cameron Bonnigan is.
Who's that?
He played well, he wasn't the Joker, but Joker in Gotham.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Jerome.
Okay, yeah, I know
can see him as Wally.
Okay, sure, yeah, I can see him as Wally. But what about Barry?
Who could be Barry? I have a Barry.
Is there any new guy? Like, I don't know. My posters are all older movies, so it doesn't matter. And then those are my movies, so you could take any one of my actors and they could be Flash if you want.
Oh, I think that's actually what I wanted to do. was for my Kid Flash film, I wanted to try and get Greg as my Barry.
Really? Greg is Barry Allen.
And I asked, and they were like, he's already Lex Luthor. And I'm like, there are like 5 of us doing the same roles anyway. Just let him be Barry Allen.
Really? Tell me why. Where does that
Greg's
come
just
from?
very stoic. I think...
Yes. You think Barry should be stoic?
Yeah, no.
Wally should be lighthearted and jokey, kind of like Spider-Man. And Barry absolutely is 100% like the superhero. Yeah. Right? The like, this is who I am. I mean, might tear up a little bit, but like that's why Barry sacrificed himself to save all the universes in Crisis on Infinite Earths, right?
Yeah,
that's who he was. I get all emotional about this fake bullshit, but we love it, right? Okay, Greg is Barry, not Greg is Lex, but he's good as Lex. Just let Greg play all the parts.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted.
That's cool. I'm sure he'd appreciate hearing that. Would Braxton play? Oh, he's playing. Which Green Lantern is he?
He's doing like a custom Green Lantern. I believe he is. God, what? I forget. It's not Hal.
Not Hal. And then you got Kyle, John.
He's John Stewart's son.
John Stewart's son. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that like it's just a brand new character, or does John Stewart have a son in the comics?
No, he's doing a brand new character.
Okay.
He might have a son in the comics, but he's doing his own thing. His name's going to be Sebastian.
Mm-hmm. Sebastian Stewart.
Yeah.
Who's the villain in this? Can you talk about it, or do they want to keep it?
I don't think I've even seen the final script yet.
Okay, so you don't know who the villain is?
I've seen Braxton's script like a very long time ago, but I don't think it's anything like that anymore.
So you have a Kid Flash costume, you're telling me?
Yes.
So you spent like $200 on plus, right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's say I wrote a Kid Flash movie. Like, me and Greg sit down, let's come up with something. You'd be down?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Not to step on anyone's toes, like Brandon's toes or anything like that, and they're doing their thing, but like... You know, and I this always bums me out about, like, the actual film industry. There's no reason why they can't just keep making movies and have movies going. Like, it sucks that we have to wait, like, 5 years for a movie, right? They tell us, oh, there's going to be a new Superman. We're not going to see it until whenever, right? Or, like, Marvel's Secret Wars.
Well, I think some characters also just work better at TV shows.
Sure.
Like, what I wouldn't give for a Spider-Man live-action TV show, to see the villains, see their story arcs carried out, see them break out of jail.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It sucks that, and once again, like, we get one movie every 3 years, it's got, like, 1, maybe 2 villains in it.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not going to see another one for another 2-3 years.
They're either killed off or they get thrown in jail and you never see them again.
Right, and that's what's great about the comic books, is, like, you know, you get an issue once a month, and, you know, you've got, like, 100 different issues with, you know, your favorite villain, other favorite villains, and you can read all those different stories. You get one movie, and if it doesn't make any money, you're not going to get another movie, right? So, like, Scorpion was in that Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't seen him since. Okay, Michael Keaton's Vulture, he pops up in Morbius for some reason. Did you see that?
Yep.
So bad. So bad. But I loved that Vulture. Did you like that Vulture?
Like, I was okay with it. Like, it was a good story arc.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, I don't want to feel bad for every villain. Some of them are just dickheads.
Yes, right. They're the bad guys. Bad guy, good guy, right?
Yeah, like, they have to justify and do, like, military work where they get military parts to build their costume. And then in the comics, it was just an old guy that wanted to fuck over Norman Osborn, so he built the tech to just fly and dressed up like a complete vulture to do so.
See, I don't go so deep with Spider-Man, so, like, for me, like...
Like, I love Sam Raimi's take on Doc Ock. Like, I love it to death. But in the comics, he's just a dick.
Right.
There's no mind control thing. He just is a dick.
Right. And he did, like, yeah, you're absolutely right. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do with movies, right? And you only get, like, 1 shot, maybe 2. He made 3 movies, right? So it's not like he gets to bring him back. You're absolutely right about the TV show thing. So, like, do, like, a Spider-Man like they did with, like, Flash and Green Arrow and Supergirl. That's what you'd like to see.
But I want it with like a movie style budget. It'd have to be like enormous. Disney can pull it off. I'd like to see Disney pull off something like that.
Okay, so like
they're starting to do it, which I can appreciate. But
like what was the first one that they did? The first TV show, WandaVision, right?
Yeah, they have WandaVision.
Like Falcon and Winter Soldier. That one looks like a movie. Each episode looks like a movie, right? WandaVision was doing its own thing. It was very self-contained, but like an action type show like Falcon and Winter Soldier with like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. Let's make that happen. Disney, are you listening?
Please,
Kevin Feige.
So many ideas.
Sony, we have to. But see, now that you got a divorced mothered father, that they have to come together to make that shit happen. So, who knows? All right, well, thanks for coming by and podcasting and helping out.
Oh yeah,
with this
been
project.
a blast. Thank you for having me.
Well, that's Sequel Production for this week. I'm Matt Bonta.
I'm Cody-Verse.
See you later.